So I just came on here today to remind y'all that growth has no timeline. Stop placing worldly expectations on spiritual phenomena. Your growth and development into your highest self has no timeline. I feel like we often place this expectation on growth that it has to take place the same way as physical growth, where it's slow and gradual and happens at a rate to where you can't actually like see it taking place. But I feel like spiritual growth is very different from physical growth and it doesn't have any constraints. Like, obviously, I'm not going to be 6'4" tomorrow, but when it comes to spiritual growth, we have a new opportunity every day to decide how we're going to value ourselves, how we're going to treat ourselves, and how we're going to just operate within our lives and our realities. And spiritual growth doesn't have to make sense. It has no timeline to conform to. If you wake up today and decide that you're gonna get your life together and start taking care of yourself, then I'm so grateful that that change happened within you, and I'm so happy for you. I don't care if you were doing things that are terrible for your body and your spirit yesterday. That has nothing to do with what you're doing today. I don't care if it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what's going on within your spirit, and your change has no obligation to make sense to me, because who am I? I feel like we spend so much time like just analyzing the changes that are taking place and being like trying to align ourselves to past versions of ourselves or perceptions of ourselves that only exist in other people's heads. We do all of this analyzing instead of simply just being authentic to ourselves and doing whatever it is that our spirit instructs us to do. But your growth has no obligation to make sense to anyone, and wherever you are in your journey right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. Whether that happened last night, whether that happened in the last 10 seconds of watching this video, you're not under any constraints. Whatever changes you want to make, you can make them right here, right now. If you're not aligning with your highest self in the life that you want to be living, go ahead and do that, shawty. Like, just go ahead. There's really, I feel like the limitations that we place on ourselves is like the biggest thing that's stopping us from being happy and just being authentic to ourselves, living the life that you want to live. I highly encourage y'all to go read 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verses 31 through 41. In those verses, Paul talks about resurrection, and in verse 31 specifically, he says, I die daily. And I really love this quote because it gives the idea of every single day we are shredding away parts of ourselves. We're discarding things that no longer serve us. We're constantly growing, constantly changing, and every day, every second is a new opportunity. Because the idea of resurrection simply serves to say that whatever you've done in the past that was of disservice to yourself and your spirit, you're no longer obligated to be that person. No matter who saw you being that person, no matter who has a perception of you being that person, you are fully in control of who you choose to be today, no matter who you were yesterday. So I highly encourage y'all to go read that text. Paul talks about your heavenly and earthly bodies and just the concept of resurrection as it relates to personal growth and change. And yeah, I want us to just stop placing all of these limitations and expectations on our spiritual journeys and just allow ourselves to be and just enjoy every step of it, because it really is so beautiful. That's really all I have for y'all today. I want y'all to keep being authentic. I want y'all to keep growing and keep going and doing whatever your spirit instructs you to do, because you are being led and guided to be the highest version of yourself. Yeah, I just pray that you all have a beautiful day and that this video reaches everyone that it needed to reach. So yeah, bye guys.